These fragrances are my most worn fragrances in my entire 200 plus bottle collection for the summertime, and that should speak for itself. If you stay until the end, I will give you a bonus fragrance, so it's technically 11. The first fragrance I want to feature is Ralph Lauren's Polo 67. This is a 2024 release, but has become one of my most worn fragrances in my collection. This is my friend's bottle, and I have this one as well. I have graduated to the bigger size because I'm probably gonna tear through this. I've already worn this bottle, which I got only last week, I think 6 times. It's just such an easy wear. This is pineapple, rosemary, sage, some citruses. This isn't groundbreaking fragrance, but it's just such an easy wear for daily use. This just has a little bit more of a youthful, playful, flirtatious vibe to it. This is becoming one of my favorite releases of 2024 so far. It's just so easy to wear. Try this one out if you haven't. Ralph Lauren's Polo 67. Now, to some of you, this next fragrance may be a little bit of a shock considering I have 200 plus bottles of fragrances in my collection. This is a fragrance that I started my channel with, and for good reason, Nautica Voyage. I reach for this one a lot. I know it's simple. I know it's not a very high quality smelling fragrance, but it's super easy to wear. I have gotten compliments while wearing this, and it just makes me feel confident, even though it's like a $20 fragrance. I think that this is one that everyone should have at least in their collection, or at least have smelt. It's 20 bucks. You cannot go wrong. This is basically compared to a salty cucumber by some, aquatic, and it has a big dose of musk in the background. Very clean, fresh. When I smell this, it just brings me back to starting the channel. It's such a nice feeling whenever I put this on. This will always have a place in my collection. This next fragrance, I think you should only wear this in high heat. That is Versace Man Eau Fraiche. I absolutely love this fragrance. Although I don't think it's the best fragrance critically, I don't think it's the most natural, high quality smelling fragrance you're ever gonna smell in your life. I think that this just works. For any time in the daytime, in the summer or high heat, casually, you can just wear this. But what does it smell like? This is basically starfruit, which gives it this tropical fruity sweetness, some black pepper, some musk, citruses. This is basically a tropical daytime fragrance that performs even better as soon as the sunlight hits it. You're gonna notice that you wear this in the winter and the performance is miserable, but as soon as you wear this, when the sunlight is hitting on your skin, you're gonna realize that this performs a lot better. Even though this is not a groundbreaking scent by any means, it does still smell rather original. Whenever I smell this fragrance, I know that's Versace Man Eau Fraiche. So that must tell you a lot since this has been out for a while. The next fragrance I want to show you is Azzaro Chrome Extreme. It's too easy to wear this fragrance. This is basically the Azzaro Chrome DNA mixed with Acqua di Gio Profondo. Profondo is basically Acqua di Gio's most summer flanker that they've come out with. Although all of their fragrances go perfectly in the summer, this one has a nice, refreshing blast of this energetic orange off the top with some aromatics, some musks, a sea note or sea breeze. It's got some juniper in here. This smells a lot more expensive than it is, and it's actually a glorified cheapie. You can find this at discounters, at rack stores, for a very, very affordable price online. Azzaro Chrome Extreme will have most of you guys for any type of situation in the daytime at a fraction of a cost of most of these other more expensive Acqua di Gio fragrances. And it also has some great performance. Definitely give this one a try. This next fragrance may shock a lot of people to hear because this fragrance is older than me. Issey Miyake L'Eau d'Essai Pour Homme. Even today, with everyone copying DNAs that already exist, this still smells unique. Issey Miyake released an absolute banger that the majority of the world wasn't even ready for with this one. This has a tropical fruity yuzu note. If you didn't know what yuzu is, it's kind of like a citrus native to Japan. It's citrus, it's floral, it's got this Kalone seawater smell similar to Acqua di Gio with a little bit of woods. A lot going on in this fragrance. Although this came out in 1994, I don't think this smells dated in the least. I honestly think that this is better smelling than some more modern fragrances and smells way more expensive than you can possibly find this for. This is another glorified cheapie, and I mean, the dent should speak for itself. I wear this stuff a lot. Not only does it smell original, it just matches the summertime so perfectly, and the performance is great. You cannot go wrong, no matter if it's not the best critically anymore. This next fragrance is considered a flanker of an extremely overhyped fragrance that everyone is probably tired of hearing of, Rasasi Hawas Ice. I think that this is way better than the original, and some people that didn't say so are gonna slowly realize how much better Rasasi Hawas Ice is compared to the original. What makes this so good? This one tones down on the spice, adds a refreshing element of mint, citrus, that original plum that you're used to from the sweetness of the original Rasasi Hawas. When I first got this fragrance, the performance was pretty good. Now that I've had this since the winter time and it's sat for a couple months, I sprayed this 2 days ago, and I'm not even kidding when I say that it almost lasted to that 20-hour mark. The performance on this just is insane. I'm someone to admit that I was wrong on the performance. This just got better by the months. Versace Hawas Ice is just too good. This is not the most expensive fragrance, and that's $70 range Canadian. I just cannot stop wearing this. Okay, so this next fragrance is by a house that actually sent me a bunch of fragrances, and I liked the house so much that I went out and bought a lot more of their fragrances. This one is Theodoros Kalatinis Aegean Salt and Citrus. This is just such an easy wear. This basically just smells like you would expect the coast of Greece to smell like. Salty seawater with a big hit of citrus. That's all this fragrance is. Kind of like in the similarity of Jo Malone's Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Very simple fragrance, but it just works. In the high heat, this stuff is absolutely amazing. It's super casual and easy wear. I bought this on ScentSplit. I think it was like $70 Canadian or something like that for this 50 ml, and off of an indie niche house. I just want to explore his whole lineup of fragrances now because he has some absolute bangers in that house. If you have not heard of Theodoros Kalatinis, I highly suggest either ordering from his website or ordering from ScentSplit because it's just a little bit faster shipping. This next fragrance surprised me, also Chad from A Gentleman's Journey, when our mutual friend Pierre from Norway told us to check out Kenzo, Low Par Kenzo Pour Homme. This is just a tester bottle for me, but this is so good. Okay, what does this smell like? Picture that popsicle that looks like a rocket ship, you know, like the red, white, and blue rocket ship, something like that. This is a yuzu citrus-based floral fragrance, heavy on citruses. It's so refreshing, such an easy wear. It smells absolutely amazing. It works super well in the high heat, and it smells relatively high quality for what you're getting. I wear this to the gym, I wear it casually running errands. If I don't know what else to put on, I just reach for this. Longevity is not gonna be the best on here, but because of the price, I do not mind when I have to overspray this stuff. Super underrated. You wear this and you're gonna smell unique. No one else is wearing this stuff. This next one I wanna tell you about is considered a clone. In my opinion, it also does a little bit its own thing. This is Club de Nuit Millestone. This is considered an affordable take on Creed's Millésime Impérial. But this kind of, in my opinion, has a little bit of a difference. The quality to this is just so good. Me and my friend Chad from A Gentleman's Journey reviewed this on Center Island in Toronto, and it's replaced my need for Millésime Impérial. This is basically a fragrance that is marine, so it smells like the sea. It's salty, but it's fruity, it's musky, it's aromatic. This has like red fruits or like red berries, but that fruity berry, ambery kind of sweetness only lasts in the opening. It dries down more accurately towards Millésime Impérial. This stuff is super, super good. Just such an easy daytime wear. You can even dress this stuff up. It's super versatile. In my opinion, this has a little bit more of a playful nature from Creed's Millésime Impérial. It smells a little bit more ambery or a little bit more sweet. I think this stuff is underrated for what it actually is. Armaf does not disappoint. I'm not gonna drop the $400+ on Millésime Impérial when I have Club de Nuit Milestone in my collection. For me, this next one, Afnan Tarathi Blue, an affordable take on Bulgari Tiger, which I no longer need because this has just replaced it for me. Although I've spent a lot of time with not only the sample, but testing this in store, this is just too close to Bulgari Tiger. There are some slight differences. I can't even say that the quality is that much different. Although this one starts a little bit more harsh, the quality smells pretty much the same in the dry down. There are some clones that just do such a good job. This is one of them. It's one that I cannot stop wearing because I love the Bulgari Tiger DNA. It's basically a citrus, woody, musky fragrance. Whenever I smell this fragrance, I think of champagne. And thanks to Rush for telling me that. I just thought this smelled like effervescent, sparkly citrus, like grapefruit or something, right? Now that I actually sit with this and really smell on this, it has like a sparkling kind of feel to it. It's just such an attractive, kind of unisex smelling fragrance that everyone is just gonna love when they smell this on you. The performance isn't the best, but I still get around like 6 to 7 hours out of this Eau de Parfum concentration. And for the price, I cannot complain because I don't even know how Afnan makes a profit off of this. That's 10, but I'm gonna give you an extra because I completely forgot about a fragrance that I wear all the time for the last 10 years, and I haven't even really mentioned to you guys on this channel. Bonus fragrance, not just 10, you're getting 11. This fragrance is called FCUK Him 3. Look at the juice level on that. I've torn this stuff apart in the last 10+ years. This fragrance has a special place in my heart. I was gifted this by my mother on Christmas. I sprayed it, immediately fell in love with it. Whenever I spray it on, still, I honestly think that this stuff is underrated. I'll link it if I can find it. But what this is, it's pineapple citruses with a heavy coffee note on the top. So it's basically like a date night fragrance mixed with a sweet, fruity a summer fragrance. There's a lot going on here, and I honestly think that this stuff was overhated because this stuff is actually quite good, and especially for the price of like 20 bucks, you cannot go wrong with this fragrance. Although it's not the best fragrance in the entire world, it's such an easy wear. It's attractive, it's flirtatious, it's fruity, it's sweet, it's super versatile in the summer daytimes, and I would never recommend this stuff if I didn't believe that. Like, the coffee note to it is honestly better than something like you would even get out of like Halloween Man X. I cannot speak for newer formulations because this bottle is so old. Why did this stuff get hated on? I will never know, but trust me when I say this is an underrated gem. That's your bonus fragrance of the video. That's FCUK3 Him. Make sure you guys like and subscribe this video because if this gets enough likes, I'm definitely gonna make a top 10 fragrances for summertime. But if not, well, I'll probably have to make it anyways because I love you guys. So check out this video right here where I feature some fragrances that will perfectly transition you from spring and summertime and work perfectly in both. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you over there.